Behind the Roar, the official podcast of West Tigers.
Well, hello and welcome to episode 19 of Behind the Roar, the official podcast of the West Tigers, where we give it to you straight, where we kick speculation into touch, and where we learn more about the people and the stories behind this great club. Now, this week's guest, well, he really is the talk of the town right now. He's been in very hot demand by the media. He's been on talk shows. He's been on TV, radio, the newspapers. They've all been chasing him. And now he's found time in his busy diary to chat to us here on Behind the Roar. He's been one of our team's most consistent performers for many, many years now. It's a good thing that he's not paid to score tries, because it's taken him 116 games to break the NRL's longest try-scoring drought. Well, certainly this club's longest try-scoring drought. West Tigers members and fans, they've been waiting for a while for that maiden meaty, the maiden meat pie to happen, and it came in our round 16 loss to Melbourne Storm at Campbelltown. Sadly, it was the only try that we would score in that the heavy loss to Melbourne. He is a Lebanon international. He's a Parramatta Maris boy. He's in his 7th season here at West Tigers now. A very warm welcome to Behind the Roar, Alex Twal.
Thanks, Chris. Thanks for having me on.
It's a pleasure. I've been wanting to have a chat to you for a while. How are you? Have you come down? Have you settled down after that try a couple of weeks back?
Yeah, mate. Look, definitely on the come down now. Focus on this week's game against North Queensland. But yeah, obviously pleasing to get it across the white line for the first time in 7 seasons, as you said.
Yeah. Are you surprised? But we're going to talk more about the try. All right. We'll talk a lot more about it. Are you surprised by all the hype around it?
Yeah, I am. But I guess sort of just embraced it. I was a bit surprised. At the end of the day, I don't think it's too much of a proud thing to say that you scored 1 try in 116 games, but I guess the fans are jumping on the back of me, and I'm so thankful for all the support from, in particular, the Tigers fans, but fans all across the NRL.
It was a cool moment, right? We'll dive into a bit more about that, right? But I kid you not. So you've been on, because I look after the media here, right? So I know you've been on Matty Johns, Sunday night with Matty Johns. You're on the footy show last weekend. On Vossi's Breakfast on SEN. There's been a few others that have got you on as well. It's been quite a story. Sadly, that wasn't the result that we wanted against Melbourne. But as you say, we're focused on this weekend's game up there in Townsville. All right, Twally, so this is how it works, okay, Behind the Roar. You'll hear the whistle blow. We'll kick things off with a first set of 6, so we'll get to know a bit more about you, because I don't know you very well.
Yeah.
And you're a pretty quiet sort of guy, aren't you? So,
yeah, sort of.
Feel free to unload, okay? So we'll get to know a bit more about you. Then we'll dig a bit deeper. Talk footy, some more footy probably as well. All right, we've got a heap of questions from the crowd that have come through.
Sweet.
And if you do want to send any questions in for future guests, do it via Instagram, West Tigers BTR. If you are watching on YouTube as well, make sure you hit the bell icon, and that way you'll get all the notifications too. So you'll never miss an episode of Behind the Roar. With about 5 minutes to go, see the clock up there. When that stops, you weren't around in the era when the game stopped with 5 to go, were you?
No.
You're only a young fella. So when that clock stops, 5 to go, we'll throw your favourite 5. Okay, could be
sweet.
anything, people, places, food, whatever,
sweet.
sort of comes out. Are you all good with that?
Yeah, sweet as, man.
Sweet as. Right, well, let's launch in, shall we? Let's launch into the opening set of 6. There is the whistle. Do you hear that?
Yeah.
Away she goes. I'm not sure who blew that whistle, Twal. It is your debut. There were actually 2 referees for your debut. Gavin Reynolds and Alan Shortall were the referees. So the 2 whistleblowers there. It's Sunday Arvo. It's in Newcastle. The 2nd of July, 2017, believe it or not. So this Sunday, it's 6 years to the exact day that you made your NRL debut. So away we go then with the opening set of 6. Okay, Aaron Woods, actually, he takes the first carry up there at McDonald Jones Stadium. So first tackle, Woodsy plays the ball. Here's the first tackle I throw at you. Do you remember, or how much do you remember about your debut and I guess the lead up to that game?
Obviously going back 6 years now, I remember, Ivan pulling me aside at the start of the week, and he just pulled me outside after one of our meetings and said, "Man, I'm going to play this week." And I just remember, the time when he told me, it was just shocked through my whole body, I guess. Just to finally, obviously have that opportunity to make my childhood dreams, become an NRL player. And it was obviously a shock. Called mum and dad straight away. Mum was crying on the phone. Dad was ecstatic. And I just remember the whole week. It just felt so surreal. Coming into training, just all you're thinking about is Sunday Arvo, Sunday Arvo. And then when obviously the moment came on Sunday, it was just, running out for warm-up was just surreal. It was just, I guess, you don't really know what to expect until you actually, run out for that warm-up and run out for that first run. Yeah. And, mate, ended up being an awesome afternoon. I ended up coming on and we ended up winning the game, and, it was just a great afternoon. We ended up, getting the 2 points, which was the main thing, and, obviously making my debut. But, obviously it was a great moment for me and my family. Obviously a lot of hard work to get there to that point. And
how old would you have been?
20 years old, 20. I was 20, so a while ago now. But
do you remember the week where nerves was a different sort of week for you?
Yeah, definitely. Like I said, the moment Ivan told me, my whole week just changed. It was just constant, I guess, excitement and nerves, I guess, as the game got closer. But, generally excitement, just so excited to, finally make my childhood dreams come true. And, it was just an awesome result to come off the back of it. Yeah,
so like Talon, you understand how he would have been feeling ahead of his debut against the Storm. So that was our last game. Righto, quick quiz here. I'll throw this one at you. How well do you know who was the fullback on your debut? West Tigers fullback?
Teddy Tedesco. Yeah.
You want to have another crack?
What was it? No, he playing Origin? Was he? Or
Fijian?
Kevin Aguama.
Very good.
Kevin Aguama was fullback.
So Teddy must have been out.
Must have, yeah.
Yeah. Kevy.
Yeah, right. Yeah, Kevy.
There you go. That's
another great player.
Yeah. Okay. That was question 2. Right. Let's. Can you tell us a bit more about your path to the NRL? Your junior footy, the rep teams, what sort of area you came through?
Yeah, so I grew up in Maryland, out west, and came through the Parramatta system. Played Harold Matts, Street Ball, and under 20s at Parramatta. And just pretty much came through the system there. Played. I was pretty fortunate, played in quite a couple of rep teams, growing up. And I just at the time, Ivan had just come over to the Tigers, and I think he knew a bit about me at that time. Playing in similar age group to his son Nathan. And when he came over here, I was actually at a stage at Parramatta where I was still, quite young and still learning my trade. But I thought, I was ready to make that next step. And Ivan.
Why not Para? What happened there then?
They actually wanted to keep me, and that was an option. But I just thought, at the time, come play under Ivan. Obviously heard great things about Ivan, and to come here, fresh start. It was obviously a good opportunity for me to come here and play in NRL. And I thought it was a great opportunity for me, and the coach wanted me, so I thought it was a no-brainer for me. And mate, it was the best decision I ever made, because ever since then, ever since that moment, I'm just so grateful for being a part of this club. And like you said, it's been 6 years here at the club, and I've just loved every minute of it.
You'd look no good in a blue and gold jersey anyway. I don't reckon. You're right at home in
exactly.
The black, white, and orange. I played junior reps there too. I was desperate to play for Para, but they didn't want me.
Yeah, right.
But anyway, it's not about me, is it? I sometimes go off track a little bit. Tell us a bit about your family, Charlie.
So I grew up household of 2 older brothers and an older sister. Grew up out in Maryland, mum and dad. Pretty, just a general, normal upbringing. We love football, backyard footy every day after school with my 2 older brothers, copper belting. But
how old are they?
One's 2 years older than me, and then the other one's 2 years older than the other one. So
big units?
Yeah, they're big lads. They're big boys. Yeah. But yeah.
Did they go to Parramatta as well?
They went to Parramatta Morris as well. Yeah.
Yeah, right.
And
my school.
My school, but
my school, our school.
Our school,
Yeah, Gull went there too, Paul Gull. Lots of High Mush boys.
Yeah.
Kalis.
Kalis went there, yeah.
Jamie Lyon.
Yep.
Yeah.
So, yeah, been a nursery of
For a long time.
players, yeah.
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 You got married last year, right?
Yeah.
How is that? Has that changed your lifestyle in any way, or your outlook, or your football?
Yeah, definitely. I married my beautiful wife, and it's probably been one of the best decisions I've ever made. And it's been awesome. I'm now moved out to Greenacre, and we're loving life together, and it's good to have that rock. With me being my missus, and for us to just get through the highs and lows of every day. It's been good. Sometimes you come home after a loss and you're a bit down, but then she knows what to say to bring me back up, and sometimes after a win as well, she knows how to level me out and make sure I don't get too ahead of myself. And so it's been really good, and obviously good to have that support.
Yeah, right. When did you guys meet?
We met 5 years ago at uni.
What uni was that?
ACU, Australian Catholic University, in Strathfield. Yeah, so she met, and
What were you was she doing your homework for you, or
what's that? She was doing all my assignments for me, and that. Yeah, and that was it. Rest is history, I guess.
She gazed into those beautiful eyes. And,
look at them, mate, green and that.
Yeah, absolutely. No turning back. No, well done. I saw you had a little website, didn't you, for your wedding? Was that for RSVPs?
Yeah. You didn't get one?
No, I looked at it last night. I was just trying to see if I could find any pics.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, you scrubbed up all right.
Yeah, mate. Do my best.
Hey? Yeah. Away from footy, Twally, what do you do? What do you like? What are your hobbies? Who are you?
Yeah, right. So, I've completed a Bachelor of Commerce, majored in marketing.
So
Yeah, right.
We got a lot of common.
Yeah. And then I've done my Cert 3 and 4 in fitness. To be honest, away from footy, man, I just like to spend some time with family, friends. I love to stay active, obviously. Big advocate for, healthy living. So, yeah, and just, I guess, just staying busy and making sure that I'm always growing every day. Doesn't matter if it's with football or without footy. I'm just always making sure that I'm staying busy, whether it's with my training or, with my studies and whatnot. I think it's pretty important every day to add a bit more extra.
Yeah. Yeah, well, I'm surprised we've got so many backgrounds in common. So Maryland, I grew up not too far from there.
Yeah.
Out there, the Golden West.
Yeah, right.
Lovely part of the world.
Bryden's lawyers are the lawyers you know and trust. If you require legal representation, then why look anywhere else? Call Bryden's lawyers on 1-800-848-848. Bryden's lawyers, we do support you in your time of need.
Righto, Twally, let's talk some footy. That's what you're in here for, right? We got you in here to talk some footy.
Yeah, right.
We've got to start with that try. Okay. So much hype around, that anticipated try, and it's been going on for years, really. Yeah. People wondering when it might happen. Were you getting a bit fed up with the whole thing, or not? You just
nah. Well, I guess it was a weird one because I was actually happy to be the butt of the joke. I guess in a way. At the end of the day, if you're not laughing, you're crying. So at the end of the day, I wasn't getting fed up with it. At the end of the day, the only time it really bothered me was when I was out for dinner with my missus or something, and then someone come give me a mouthful while I'm eating dinner. I'm like, mate, I'm just trying to enjoy dinner with my missus. Give me a moment.
Give me a break.
But I guess it's obviously good to get across the line now, and it's all behind me now.
You understand though, like West Tigers members, fans, everyone, and fans from all clubs, they weren't poking fun at you. Really, they just wanted you. They wanted you to do it.
Yeah.
Like, did it ever feel like they were taking the mickey out of you? Or
Nah. I felt like honestly it was awesome. I guess it was just a bit of laughing. I guess that's what rugby league's for. I guess bringing people together, no matter what the cause is. I guess, and that's the best thing about it. That's what our game's about. Bringing people together, and like I said, if I'm the butt of the joke, then so be it. Well, that's all good. But I think it was all out of good fate, and obviously with the response that I've gotten from since I scored that try, it's been unreal, and just so grateful for all the support.
What did Sheensy say in the post-match press? I just wish he had scored a couple more.
Yeah,
Like when you prepared for matches like, say, Melbourne Storm, our most recent game,
Yeah.
or any of the other games you've prepared for this year, was there ever any head noise about, oh, is this going to be the game I score?
Nah, to be honest, it never really crossed my mind. Probably should have, to be honest with you. But I'm just so fixed on making sure that I do my job and do my job for my teammates that, you know, I know there's a lot of outside noise with Twiley wanting to score, Twiley needs to score, this and that. But, you know, for me, it was just about making sure I do my job for my teammates and we get the win. Because, you know, even the other night, I'd trade that try for a win for us boys any day of the week. So I think, you know, just I guess that comes with maturity as well. Over the years, you know, just making sure that you do your job and, you know, we get the points.
When you say do your job for the team, Twiley, tell us what your job is. Break your role in the team as you see it. Break it down for us.
Obviously, you know, being a middle, you know, making sure that the middle's tight, defence is strong, and, you know, getting quick play the balls, getting something for
You've got one of the quickest play the balls in the team, if not.
Yeah, so getting that sort of stuff, making sure that, you know, working well with my hooker, working well with my other middles, and a style that we're sort of trying to play this year from the football around more. And obviously we've got a game plan every week and just making sure that whatever I do, that it fits well into the game plan.
I looked at a stat, I think it was yesterday. Do you know how many tackles you've made this year in 14 games?
No.
I'll tell you. 435. But do you know how many you've missed?
No.
You want me to tell you?
Yeah, right.
4. Yeah. That's not a bad strike rate, is it? 99.1%, I think it is, tackles effective. I'll just like to throw that at you. Not that we all, you know, read your own stats, but that's a big part of your role, isn't it?
Yeah, I guess, and, you know, Dave Furner been doing a tremendous job, you know, with our defence. And I think, you know, while we haven't got as many wins as we would have liked, I think, you know, our defence, and I think the style we've sort of played has been pretty pleasing. And Dave Furner's done a great job there with our defence. So all credit to him.
I want to go back to the try. Let's go back there again. So, 22nd minute, southern end of Campbelltown Sports Stadium, crossfield kick from Wakey. It's tapped back, I think, from Nato. Clem has some sort of air swipe at it. Maybe he thinks twice. He sees you out of the corner of his eye. He pulls out. Twiley lands on the steed. And that very moment, right? That very moment where your torso landed on that steeden and you grounded the ball. What was going through your head?
Yeah, it was a bit of shock, I guess. Like you said, seven seasons in, never experienced something like that in my life. So
no. So was it all that it was cracked up to be?
Mate, it was everything more, I guess, having the boys all around me. And that's why you play footy, I guess, is just, you know, having that celebration with the boys there for that 10 seconds or whatever it lasts for. You know, that's why you play footy. And I guess it didn't sink in really till after the game. Probably a couple of days later, I was like, finally got the monkey off the back. But because, you know, after the game, obviously disappointed with the result, wasn't thinking about try or no try or whatever. It was more just thinking about the result, and then midweek it sort of just like hit me. I was like, I actually scored a try. How good the monkey's off the back. I'm not that guy anymore.
You're not. You know? You're a whole new man.
Yeah.
Look at you.
Went home, told the
looking lighter.
Yeah, that's what I mean. It's just like the weight of the world off my shoulders. And went home, told the missus we've made it. Stopped working, packed the bags. We go. Nah. We're going to Italy.
We're going to Vegas.
Wherever she wants to go, Rome, Vegas. I'll take her around the world, wherever she wants.
Tell me, did Clem, have you had a chat to Clem? Has he sort of said, I let you score that or anything?
Yeah, he said that he pulled his arm away, but knowing Clem, he hasn't scored too many tries himself, so no. I'm sure that he would have been trying. Nah, he pulled his arm away. I love the big fella, and yeah.
Oh, I mean, as you say, it ended. What was the score? 28-6, and that was the only try of the night. Like, who would have thought the only try we'd score would be Twiley?
Yeah,
but
I heard a stat the other day. I'm actually, if you're going off the last 2 weeks, I'm West Tigers leading try scorer. So.
You are?
Yeah, so what are you laughing for?
I just can't take you seriously.
Oh.
That's a good start.
That's what, like I say, it was obviously a disappointing night, and you know, I guess for us now, it's just making sure that putting a good performance this week and turn things around.
But it was a highlight. The try for you, it was a highlight of the night, and Talon De Silva's debut too. That was another highlight, but disappointing result. And we lost 3 on the trot now. So the last team we beat were actually the Cowboys. We actually whipped them at Leichhardt. We'll chat about them a bit more in a moment. But you've given a few days off during last week. Boys are back on deck, freshened up a bit. How are they all feeling?
Yeah, Maria was good. I guess, I think the bye came at the right time for us. Had a few on the trot. And I think for us, it's just about making sure that we have a good training week this week and turning things around, because we know what we're capable of. It's just about putting it together for 80 minutes. And I thought we had a really good training session today, and holds us in good stead for the week ahead.
Is it hard? Like when we've lost a few games, right? We haven't won since Brooksy's 200th. Is it hard, staying up, being positive, springing the step and preparing for the next game?
Nah, look, I think the coach has done a tremendous job in, bringing that excitement to every game. And for us as players, it's just about making sure that we put it together and put together a whole 80 minutes. We've got full faith in the 17 that we put out there every week to do the job. And I guess, when Brooksy and Appy are ready to come back, I'm sure they're just going to add to the team. But for now, it's just about us, making sure that we build on our performances and put in a really strong performance this week.
And Cowboys, when we played them last year up there, you were up there, were you? Yeah. So, and we're pretty much robbed.
Oh, no,
I think the NRL
game. Yeah, but
I know you weren't.
It was a tough game. Yeah, tough game to watch. Yeah.
I think the NRL came out and admitted made a mistake. They gave a penalty away with 1 second left on the clock, and boom, we lose by 1 point. So there's hundreds of reasons to try and get up for this match. They're going to be up for it too, aren't they? After they've belted at Leichhardt.
Yeah, they've been playing some really good footy over the past month. So we're going to have our work cut out for us. But I'm completely confident in our ability and what we can produce. We just got to put it together for 80 minutes this week.
One of your besties is Adam Dewey, right? Now he's had an awful run with injury. I mean, yourself, last year you were out for an extended time, but Adam's done it again. How's he been?
Yeah, I can't credit him enough, mate. He's got a good head on his shoulders, and he's really staying positive, and I think that sort of speaks volume of the person that he is. He's staying positive during this time, and I know it hasn't been tough. I know it's been tough for him, but like I said, he's got a good head on his shoulders, and he's training hard, and he's ticking all the boxes he can, and he's controlling what he can control, and that's the main thing. And us as teammates, and us as first and foremost as friends, is just make sure that we get around him and support him through this journey. But like I said, I'm sure that he'll come back stronger and bigger and ready to go in the following season.
Gee, we all hope so, and I'm sure he will. I see him around a bit. He's at training a fair bit and around the ball. So I think that the match that he came back last year, it was at Combank, wasn't it? So that was the same time you had your injury. That was his comeback match, I think, from memory.
Yeah.
He'd been out for... And then when he did it this year against, was it round 6? Eels, was it, from memory?
Yeah.
Were you one of the first sort of persons that went and put your arm around him?
Yeah, I think all the boys did. All the boys really felt for him that day, and like I said, that's what you play team sports for, and to get around each other and put a hand around your teammate. And Ads is one of my really close mates, so I'm really proud of how far he's come, and I'm sure that he's going to come back stronger and better for the season ahead.
You obviously share your Lebanese heritage with Ads. You love playing for Lebanon, right?
Yeah.
So too does Ads, and I imagine you both would like to represent your country of origin again.
Yeah, of course, mate. That's my mum's origin of birth, and I hold my heritage very close to me. Lebanese descent, and obviously grew up. All my friends are Lebanese, and all my cousins are obviously Lebanese, and obviously would love to represent the country on the national stage again. Hopefully in 2025, if all things go well, and I'm really looking forward to that. It's always a really good experience, and I still hold 2017 really close to my heart. It was obviously an awesome experience with the boys there, and we were able to do something pretty special. And they're memories that you hold forever.
Bryden's lawyers are the lawyers you know and trust. If you require legal representation, then why look anywhere else? Call Bryden's lawyers on 1800 848 848. Bryden's lawyers, we do support you in your time of need.
All right, well, we've got plenty of questions from the crowd, Twali. You are a popular man, but you know that. Yeah,
No, I love the fans, and
they love you.
yeah,
They love you.
Thank you.
And again, if you do want to send questions in, West Tigers BTR, do it via Instagram, just direct messages. You can leave a voicemail too if you want to do it in person. I've got a few here as well. Bianca Michelle, who's the better chef, you or Brooksy?
Me. Brooksy's good, but I'm more versatile. You know what I mean? I can do Italian,
Yep.
Greek, Lebanese.
Nice.
Brooksy's good as well. It's a hard one, actually.
He's just the steak and chips kind of guy. Or he said he does good roast.
Nah, he done a good paella the other day.
Did he?
Yeah, Brooksy's a good cook. I can't take away from him, but I just think I'll get him on versatility.
Fair enough.
If you were doing a cooking team
Yeah.
of the year or something, I'd be the 14 because I'm versatile. Like,
Oh, yeah, okay, I like it.
yeah.
Nice, Twali. Do you get some of your stuff on TikTok? Brooksy does. He says,
Yeah, a bit of copy and paste there.
Yeah.
Never hurt nobody. And
My question for Alex is, did you expect fans to run to the field after you scored? Because I did, and I was pretty disappointed there.
Did you expect fans
My
to?
question for Alex is, did you expect fans to run to the field after you scored? Because I did, and I was pretty disappointed there.
Well, you can't really. It's illegal.
yeah, look,
Can't
I
storm the
wasn't
pitch.
sure. I wasn't sure they were going to be able to, but if they did, then I would have paid their fines.
Yeah, oh, there you go. Hey, what a guy this guy. But like, just back on that moment, the chant, the Twali,
Yeah.
Twali. How were you feeling out there?
Yeah, mate. I was like I said at the time. You know, you're so fixed on. I'm so fixed on doing my job for my teammates and making sure we get the win. But obviously, now thinking about it, just so grateful for the support. Like I said, the Tiger supporters. I honestly think we have the best support base in the NRL, and to obviously have that support on the night for something like that. Won the try, and it's a really special feeling, I guess, to have fans behind you like that.
Oh, you must have just felt 10 feet tall. I was up in the crowd and they were all just was going nuts. Just Ben White asks what's Talon be like around the boys since stepping up into first grade Talon to Silver.
Yeah, he's been awesome, mate. I was so happy for him to make his debut. Obviously, very disappointed that we couldn't get the win for him. But, mate, yeah, he's a young kid. He's just learning his trade, and he's like a sponge. He's just trying to absorb everything, and he's learning every day on the go. And he's obviously got a good teacher in Api there, and Jakey Simpkins. So, really, really pleased for him to have his debut the other day, and hopefully he gets a few more games.
Yeah, and just on that too, like a middle forward like you, and probably one of your trademark runs, isn't it? Is I don't know that we're giving too much away here. Is back behind that ruck, angling back. Your timing and with your dummy half, and your understanding with your dummy half is really important, isn't it? So when Appy gets injured and Jakey comes in or Talon comes in, you got to make some adjustments too, right?
Yeah, of course, and sometimes it takes a bit of time, but like I said, Talon, he's doing the extras after training, and he's working with us middles, finding out what our best run is, what our best attributes are, and he's just working with us really well. And for us middles as well, it's making sure that we complement him, and because he's really quick. So we've got to make sure we're always on the ad line and ready to go. Because, like I said, he's lightning, and he's got a big future ahead of him in the game.
Yeah, he's got good service. He's very quick out of dummy half too. And he's only a young boy, so he's still got some growing to do.
Yeah, he's only 18.
Yeah.
It's unbelievable.
Yeah. There you go, Ben. Thanks for that, mate. Patrick Robinson, is there a particular player that you admired when growing up and coming through the junior ranks?
Yeah, I really like James Tarmel's style. He was really athletic. He was obviously a really big lad, but, coming up, I thought, he's just athleticism for a front rower, and he had a sort of a leaner build, and I thought, he was a tremendous front rower at the time. And another one as well was obviously Robbie Farah, being a young Lebanese kid. You look up to players in the NRL in general, but obviously being Lebanese man in Robbie.
Yeah.
You obviously had that extra admiration for him and what he was able to do in the game. Play for Australia, Lebanon, play for State of Origin, all these things. So he's definitely another one that I looked up to growing up.
Yeah. Timmy Manor, are you pretty close with Timmy as well?
Big Timmy as well. Obviously, just a workhorse, Big Timmy, and he's a tremendous bloke as well. So, obviously good friends with him now, and he's a legend.
Just this is probably off track a bit too. Timmy's got probably the bushiest eyebrows in the history of rugby league. Yours go okay, but I reckon Talon's in the race too. Hey?
Yeah, he's got a fair set of eyebrows on him, and I'm pretty sure if you ask him, he got them sorted out the day before his debut. He had him looking sharp.
Yeah, looking real sharp.
Yeah.
Oh, this one, this is from Lyle Elliott. He asks, when we build your statue, what stadium would you prefer it to be at? And what should it be made of?
Yeah, look, I think there's about 1,000 other blokes you'd build a statue for before me, but if you want to build one, I'd say we build it at we'll go Leichhardt Oval.
Leichhardt
Oval, and we'll make it out of gold.
Gold. All
Complete
right.
gold.
Beautiful. The Golden Twal.
Yeah.
Sounds like a restaurant or something. Yeah. All right. Nice. Thank you for that. Luke S. G'day, Twali. What's the hardest time you faced while pursuing a career in the NRL? And also, where did you find your love for the game?
Obviously, throughout your career, you go through injuries and whatnot. Yeah. So, obviously, that's never easy. And my love for the game, I guess, came at a very young age. My parents actually, my dad was born in Jordan. My mum was born in Lebanon, and came over here with not much. And for us growing up, they did everything. They were hard workers and gave us a really good opportunity to excel in life. And one thing that we always loved doing was playing sport and playing rugby league, me and my brothers. And from a very young age, backyard footy was it was a staple in our house. We did it every afternoon after we come home from school, and it was sort of our way of having fun growing up. And like I said, from 4 or 5 years old, I've always loved the game, and so grateful for the game and what it's been able to give me thus far.
Your parents, so were you born in Lebanon or here?
I was born here. My parents were born overseas.
Yeah.
My dad's a fencer.
Yes.
Yeah, he's a really hard worker, mate, and I think that's where I get sort of a lot of my attributes is from my old man's hard work ethic and determination, and mate, he's provided us with such a good platform for the rest of our lives, and I'm so grateful for that. And my mum as well. She's such a good mother, and I appreciate her so much and love her so much. And yeah, mate, just like I said, to be able to do what we do now, it's all praises to them, for giving me the opportunity.
Absolutely. Well said, mate. Brock Watson asks, your favourite dish to cook during the COVID period with the team?
I'd say steak. My good friends at Meat Station look after me with some good steak. And
where at?
Meat Station, St. Peter's. Yeah, they look after me with some good steak. So
was that a little
I was
plug,
pumping the steaks out. Yeah, week in, week out, and love myself some Wagyu.
Wagyu.
Yeah.
Okay. Do you know who sent that in?
No.
Okay. So that might have just been a little plug for that. No. All right. We how's that clock looking up there? There's the clock. 5 to go. So let's crack into your favourite 5. All right. As a kid, your favourite player growing up? Were you a Parramatta fan?
I had a lot of favourite players.
Who'd you support as a kid?
I supported pretty much everyone in the West. Parramatta, Penrith, West Tigers, Bulldogs.
So you weren't pinned firmly to one club?
Nah. I grew up in Marylands, but I was a rugby league fan.
Okay.
Yeah.
Just trying to think. Well, you must have had a favourite.
Eric Grove Jr., I think.
Eric Grove Jr.?
Yeah.
So Eric Grove Sr. is one of mine.
Yeah, right.
With a bit of an age gap.
Yeah, I just liked his style. Yeah, he was good.
Well, you should have seen the Guru.
Obviously loved, Robbie as well. Benji was a freak.
Working with Robbie then, if he was one of your idols, did you ever think your paths would cross like they have here at this club?
Like, when I first come here, and it was just, like I said, so surreal to be playing with players like Benji and Robbie and Teddy, players like that. You just it was so surreal at the time, being a young 21-year-old, and came back in 2018, and it was just awesome to be playing with players like that, and obviously to experience them now as coaches as well. It's been an awesome journey.
And then when Ads arrived at the club from Souths,
it was like
the Habibis.
Yeah, it was full trilogy.
Yeah.
Me, Ads, Robbie.
Nice.
Habibis. We got Wakey as well now. Wakey's a Habibi.
Nah.
Yeah.
Fijian Habibi.
Yeah.
Didn't know that.
Wakey as well, yeah.
There we go.
I'm pretty good at maths, quick maths.
Are you?
Yeah.
Me too.
What's 40 plus 41?
81.
Times 3.
243.
Times 4.
872.
Wrong.
I am pretty good at maths though.
So what you would have done was 243 times 4.
Mm.
You would have times 250 times 4,000.
And then minus
28.
Minus
28.
Minus 28. Yeah, nice. Yeah, good. Do you have a favourite Lebanese dish?
I love my mum's wada and ibn kusa.
Oh.
Yeah.
So what's in that?
It's like vine leaves with like meat and rice in it, and there's like
What's it called? It's slow for me.
wada and ibn kusa.
All right.
Yeah, it's like rice and meat twirled up in a vine leaf, and there's rice and meat stuffed inside a zucchini.
Oh,
yeah,
nice.
You should come over one day. And
well, I'm waiting for the invite. Okay, so right, you're making me a bit hungry now. All I knew was the hummus and tabbouleh.
I told you come over one day and
we'll
have a feed.
Well, mate, that's well done on the try and all that, but I think more to the point, mate, well done on your form too. Real solid season so far. The results haven't been like we want. What are your hopes then for the end of the season as a team and for yourself?
Like I said, I think the bye came at a really good time, and we've got 10 games ahead of us now, and I think it's just taking week by week. But I think we can do something special here. I've got full faith in what we're doing here at the Tigers, and mate, I just think it's a real good opportunity for us, ahead of us now. Just knuckle down and make sure that we make something of this season. So really looking forward to the challenges ahead, and
Well, good luck with the rest of the season, Twali.
Thanks, Chris.
Do you reckon there might be a couple more meat pies? What if you go on a run?
Maybe. You never know.
Got to start
Don't want
somewhere.
to get too ahead of ourselves, though.
Well, but you've got to start somewhere. You've started.
Yeah, like I said, when the monkey's off the back.
Who knows what's around the corner?
Yeah.
I like it. Good luck with it, mate.
Thanks,
and
brother.
thanks for joining us on Behind the Raw.
Thanks, mate.
Good stuff.
Share it.
So, Alex Twal, all right. You know the drill. We'll do it all again next week. But hopefully the boys have a good performance up there at Queensland Country Bank Stadium. Check us out on all the socials as well. And West Tigers BTR, that is the Instagram handle. But until next week, you know the drill. Show your stripes.
Behind the Raw, the official podcast of West Tigers.